Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of the Season 3 mid-season finale of DC's Legends of Tomorrow on the CW, which was Episode 9, called Beebo, the God of War. And this, of course, aired back on Tuesday night, but, with work and, other things, I just watched it tonight when I got home. And I gotta say, I really, really liked this episode. I dug it, man. I never really use the term "dug," but I just said it there, so that tells you something. I thought this was a really good episode. I almost enjoyed it just as much, if not more, than the crossover event, which I liked as well. But maybe I just like this one more because it was a really good episode of my favorite show of the Arrowverse. I still like Arrow, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. DC's Legends of Tomorrow is my favorite show of that universe that they have. I still love Oliver. I really have gotten into Slade's story over the years. Deathstroke. It's always between the three of them. Of course, Sarah as well. The third. But at this point, I might be willing to say that the White Canary, Sarah Lances, might actually be my favorite Arrowverse character. It's kind of a big thing to say, but I think I'm gonna go with it. Her, Deathstroke, and Oliver. We'll see. I might make a video on my top Arrowverse characters at some point during the break. We'll see. Not sure if I'm going to be reviewing the mid-season finale of Arrow or not. I've been keeping up as well as I could, with the crossover and everything. But I haven't been doing reviews week to week for that. But I'm definitely going to keep it up on Legends for sure when it comes back. Anyway, this episode really good. Probably the best of the season so far. It's been a pretty solid season, I think. Of course, with the death of Martin Stein and the crossover events, we knew this one was going to have a different mood and sort of an emptiness to it. But what this episode did really well is sort of stitch that and tie that with still a really fun premise for the show. Which I think was actually really well done. The whole Beebo thing, Beebo basically being the equivalent of like a dollar, like Tickle Me Elmo or something like that. We see a young Martin Stein, of course, the actor who had played him, previously. Not Victor Garber, of course, but the actor who had played the young version of him previously. And he's trying to get through the store, their equivalent to Toys R Us, kinda. To get for, Lily when she was little, because she's now a part of, his life and each, in the reality now. And so it was fun to see him, get chased through the stores. I work in retail, so it's like an exaggeration of, what can go on with that. Well, maybe I shouldn't say always an exaggeration. There's been some extreme cases I've heard and seen, so, who knows how bad it could get. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. What ends up happening is it also turns into a Viking kind of parody, which I thought was really fun because I've been catching my girlfriend up on Vikings on the History Channel. Great show, by the way. Ragnar Lothbrok, one of the greatest TV characters of all time. Phenomenal show. It's also starting its 5th season right now. It's a couple in. I'm going to do a review of that at some point this week. I'm going to try and get to that. But anyway, so it's been a lot of fun. It also had a Game of Thrones vibe to it as well, but I felt a stronger Vikings, type of thing from it. But either way, still really cool. It was silly. It was over the top. It was bad. But it was, it was kind of trying to be. So, I got a kick out of it. And we even have Damien Dark, Neil McDonough, he shows up, as Odin and everything. He has this ridiculous wig on and the mustache and stuff like that. And then I also liked Sarah and Agent Sharp in this episode as well. They've shared some, a line or like a look, briefly here and there, or I've at least had felt like a vibe or a mood, to the two of them before. But I think it was evident more than ever in this episode, and their chemistry and sort of underlying care for each other, or maybe their energy of some kind. And then if they go that route, which I'm pretty sure they will in the second half of the season, I think I'll be completely fine. I actually am getting to like Sharp a little bit. She almost reminds me of like a Laura Prepon kind of actress. Laura Prepon, of course, plays Alex Voss in Orange is the New Black. I don't know why she reminds me of her. But anyway, I really like the idea of her and Sarah together, so I am eager for them to go there. It was also fun, with them trying to come up with different plans on how to take down Dark, who is controlling the Vikings and everything. And we basically had, visuals of, Sarah's idea just to march in there and just kill him herself. That wouldn't really work out. And then, just little variables of all of them came in doing different things and such. So it was a pretty funny way of putting it together, I thought. It was of course nice seeing Leon Martin again as well, and I'm smiling talking about all of this because it was really entertaining and fun. But there is still, don't get me wrong, there's still an underlying, not even underlying, there's still a very present tone of seriousness and loss. Just sort of emptiness that whole team is feeling. And Jackson, I sort of criticize the actor's emotion or forced emotion or lack thereof when Martin died in the crossover. He didn't do the best job, I don't think, but I still felt for the character here, or at least the whole team. I definitely felt the loss of Victor Garber. So I like that they showed that well, and I like the subtle scenes that Sarah has with Jax. She's sort of like the big sister, to him. I think I really do like that dynamic. And it was surprising to see Jax leave at the end of the episode, so soon after Victor, Victor Garber, Martin Stein. But Jax wasn't killed off, so it leaves the window open, I suppose. But I'm wondering why they did now. It felt a little bit soon to just kind of jam that both together, but I guess the story still made it, make sense, I guess. But I'm wondering if it's due to budget, if it makes it easier for them to write the story a certain way without having a Firestorm factor or a Jax factor all the time. I don't know. But the way they wrote it felt natural enough as like a part of the journey and sort of like an aftermath of what happened to Martin. So it made sense, with Jax trying to save him, but inevitably Leon Martin choosing not to even read the letter about what would happen on that day. So I thought that was all pretty well handled too, and I also have to talk about Leo Snart. Of course, Wentworth Miller. This is pretty much his last run as Captain Cold character, and it's fun to see his dynamic with Mick again. Of course, Dominic Purcell. I do hope in some way before all Snarts are off the show for good that they have Leo Snart remember or somehow get memories or an even bigger sense of who the other Snart was, so we can see the characters really connect with their Captain Cold in a way, you know what I mean? I don't know, even if he spends more time with the team and gets a deeper understanding of what he meant to some of them, and how he was, even that would help a little bit. But I think they could go there, and even without that, it's still fun to see sort of that Snart personality mixed in with the team. It's definitely been something I've been missing, and I think every fan has. But yeah, I thought this was a really fun episode. One of the best, probably the best of the season. Like I said earlier, I'm giving it at least like a 9.1, 9.2 out of 10. I could go as high as a 9.3, but I should probably stick to like a 9.1 or so. But still, a really good episode. Starting to eye a convention next year as well. I don't want to say I'm going yet because it's all the way in April. It's some kind of expo in Chicago, and Katie Lotz is going to be there. Of course, Sarah Lance. And I'd just love to meet her at this point. She seems like an awesome person, and like I said, she's my favorite character in the Arrowverse at this point. So, also going to have Mark Shepard Crowley there, as well as Dave Bautista, who plays Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy. Wrestler as well. Lenny James Morgan from The Walking Dead. So I'm already kind of sold, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going yet, but it's something that's sort of, up to my day, seeing the announcement about Katie Lotz being there. So, we'll see where it goes. But still, anyway, good episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one as well. Let me know your thoughts, talk more about it, however you feel. So, yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.